Hey everyone, today I want to talk about a topic that's hard to avoid in self-media creation, being on camera. For many beginners, whether to be on camera or not is a huge dilemma. It even directly affects the choice of content direction and format. A lot of people struggle with camera anxiety and there are all kinds of psychological worries behind it. A common misunderstanding among many creators is thinking that creating content without being on camera is easier and less work. But in reality, they often get stuck with heavy post-production tasks that slow them down and drain their energy, making it way more troublesome than just getting in front of the camera. The key reasons for this are uncomplicated. First, if you are not on camera, you have to rely entirely on external materials for your visuals. Whether you are searching for video clips or images that match your content, dealing with copyright issues, or adjusting the style to keep it consistent, you will spend tons of time sorting and refining. One small misstep and the footage ends up messy, ruining the viewing experience. Second, to fill the gap in information delivery that comes with no one on camera, you need to do more detailed editing, add subtitles, include special effects to highlight key points, or even make extra checks and animation to explain things better. These post-production tasks are often way more complex and time-consuming than just speaking clearly in front of the camera. Finally, if you use AI voice or dublator, you will have to tweak the rhythm of the voice to match the footage over and over again, avoiding that audio-visual disconnected issue, which adds even more work to post-production. This feeling of not being on camera is more of a hassle, resonates widely among creators. On one hand, visuals are a problem you can't get around. To keep the footage from being static and boring, you have to consistently fan and replace materials. Along the way, you will often run into copyright risk, inconsistent quality of materials, and mismatched style. In the end, the results might look like patching things up with brand ads, rough and messy. On the other hand, many people give up being on camera because of anxiety, but they don't realize this choice can up the post-production process. For example, a beginner might spend 10 hours editing an 8-minute video, pouring all the energy they should use on polishing content and improving their delivery in the early stage into post-production. What's more, if your audio isn't strong enough, the visuals have to take on extra work, like emphasizing key points and grab attention, which make the whole process even harder. When it comes to time management in content creation, many people also fall into the trap of focusing too much on post-production and neglecting the early stages. Actually, instead of spending hours fixing things in post, it's better to put that energy into delivery practice during filming. Filming repeatedly not only makes your delivery smoother and the video quality more consistent, but it also helps you build a camera person quickly, turning the skill of speaking to the camera into something natural for you. On the flip side, relying too much on post-production editing not only risks a poor final result from all the reasons, but it also wastes precious opportunity to practice and improve your core content delivery skills. Of course, I know a lot of people get nervous the first time they face a camera. Your hands and feet go stiff as soon as it starts rolling. You may chat non-stop with people privately, but listen up the second the camera's on you. But here is the thing. It is totally normal. No one is born good at talking eloquently in front of a camera. If you repeat the same content 10 or 20 times, you will definitely get more comfortable. It is not some high-tech trick. It just takes a little patience and persistence. Some people also worry that being on camera will expose their identity, especially if they're creating sensitive content and don't want their employer to find out. So let's be clear. Being on camera doesn't mean showing your face. What we need is to let the audience feel there is a real person talking to you. You don't have to show your facial creators at all. For example, you could fill the back of your head, a side profile, or cover part of your face with a simple muffin. As long as you create a sensitivity of connection, it won't affect the authenticity of your content at all. Like when I'm creating content now, even if I cover my face, you can still feel that I'm essentially sharing my thoughts with you. Why do I recommend trying to be on camera? From an algorithm perspective, content with a real person is more likely to help the audience feel connected. People often talk about having a good feeling about someone at first sight. When you see a lively face and hear a warm voice, it is easier to build trust, and that makes the audience more willing to interact. For example, true crime and mystery content is popular and profileable. A big reason for that it is sense of realism and storytelling. Being on camera makes that feeling even stronger. Finally, if you are currently struggling with whether to be on camera or not, remember, you are not alone. Whether you are an ordinary person or professional TV host, you might run into the same problem when doing self-media. But keep this in mind. Being on camera is often a more effective way to creating content. It cuts down on post-production work and helps you connect with the audience faster. And being on camera isn't the same as showing your face. Don't let the fear of showing your face stop you from trying. I hope today's sharing helped you look at being on camera in a new way and gives you courage to take the first step. It is not as hard as you think. That's all for today's sharing. Thanks for watching.